Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Austin here, and today I'll be reacting to How Would Societies Develop in Minecraft. This video is by MagicGum. It's his part 2 video to his first video, how would people react and all that sort of stuff if everybody was trapped in Minecraft. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please go support MagicGum. He deserves all the support that he gets. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you like my videos, please subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to. Enjoy the video.
What would happen if everyone was stuck in Minecraft? All 7.8 billion people transported into one Minecraft world. What would societies look like? How would conflicts be fought? This is Trapped in Minecraft.
Some pretty cool music already.
Real quick, before this video begins, I don't put out a lot of videos because I work very hard to prioritize quality over quantity, so it would mean a lot to me if you hit the subscribe button. Also, this is part 2 of the Trapped in Minecraft series. Check out part 1 if you haven't seen it yet. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I reacted to that as well. You should be able to easily find it under my channel. I made a playlist of all the MagicGum videos I reacted to, so...
One of the first underground societies, this advanced civilization initially formed as a result of an urgent need for protection from deadly mobs. Obsidian Mountain was the perfect candidate, as hundreds of layers of stone provided its refugees with natural insulation from the outside world, and a plethora of ores that ensured that they would never be undergeared for a fight. Obsidian Mountain's advancements in mining soon led to the formation of a comprehensive system of underground networks. These secret passages are connected to key locations and used for fast traveling to housing units, backup storages, and even other nations for diplomatic purposes. After underground farms made food security a non-issue, citizens began focusing on external threats, fortifying their stronghold using entrenched defenses similar to Japan's island defense strategy in World War II. Other tactics familiarized by Minecraft veterans, such as sand traps and lava walling, would create an impenetrable exterior that makes any hostile attempts undesirable. This new bunker state will solidify underground societies like Obsidian Mountain as powerful hegemons in the world, remaining safe from outside threats while leveraging their enormous economic capacity and fast travel to strike trade deals with neighboring nations. Being in close proximity to abundance of redstone, underground societies are also breathing laboratories of innovation. Its location underground and secure defenses make it the perfect testing ground for new redstone contraptions, allowing them to become a leader in redstone development, with their main competition being only powerful societies of seasoned Minecraft veterans like Mumbo Jumbo and Sethblade. Every civilization has its group of evildoers, and in Minecraft, they will gain more control and freedom than ever before. With the initial chaos of everyone being transported to Minecraft, they're suddenly able to break free from the chains of society and wreak as much havoc as they please. But this didn't last for long. As large groups of players began to band together and outnumber them, they were forced to retreat to the sky and continue their sabotage through carefully calculated ambushes on unknowing travelers. Similar to the Norsemen in the Viking Age, the Sky Raiders' intense focus on raiding has honed their skill for hand-to-hand combat, and also water bucket parkour, as their lifestyle in the sky requires it for easy mobility. As travelers began wisening up and changing their travel routes to avoid these ambushes, the Sky Raiders were forced to adapt their strategy and constantly mobilize groups of land and sky forces to keep victims second-guessing. Their location in the sky would serve as both a significant vantage point as well as a powerful deterrence for those who sought retaliation. However, they're careful to plunder critical resources while not causing enough damage to attract a unified retaliation from neighboring towns. The Sky Raiders are mainly composed of criminals, adventure seekers, terrorists, societal outcasts, and edgy 10-year-olds who think it's still a game. Our story continues with the Minecraft veterans, who from the moment of spawning in were way ahead of the rest of the world. Resources were consolidated in record rates as speedrunners, PvPers, and builders teamed up to face this newfound predicament. Famous players lead this group and expand their societies to offer protection to clueless players in an effort to reduce the high casualty rate from the initial massacre of players who didn't know how to survive. The confidence derived from their comprehensive knowledge of Minecraft systems drives some veterans to embark on dangerous nether expeditions to accumulate rare resources like netherite, blaze rods, and other potion resources. They will be the first society to establish themselves in the nether, and will be the first to take advantage of piglins by creating farms to generate large amounts of ender pearls and iron. Veterans also exploited the nether as a means of fast travel, as every block in the nether is equal to 8 in the overworld. This gave them the ability to quickly and effectively launch assaults to quell hostile threats from governments and authorities that were afraid of their potential.
Warfare? Moving on.
Although ethics established from our previous lives will most likely stay, governments at odds with each other will be driven to conflict for resources and control. Countries will attempt to take out rogue societies and other threats to their power while they are still developing. Those who wish to survive must continue to develop new warfare strategies and technologies. Societies that venture into the nether will implement the usage of potions in their military strategy. Speed 2 potions, horses, and ender pearls will be used for scouting groups and more efficient flanking maneuvers against enemy ranks. Potions like fire resistance and strength 2 will be used for brute forcing through enemy lines at critical
Strength
choke
2 is
points.
overpowered.
Water breathing potions will be used for amphibious assaults on societies that develop around water. Invisibility will be used to assist the assassinations of important military officials with underground tunnels. Redstone societies will most likely be able to utilize offensive contraptions like TNT cannons to destroy key enemy facilities and bomber planes to rain down splash potions of poison and instant damage to soften up the enemy, or even send troops behind enemy lines like the paratroopers on D-Day. These bomber planes could also be repurposed to become unmanned drones that rain on enemy lines. Nuclear capabilities and weapons of mass destruction will undoubtedly be used as significant leverage in negotiations to obtain surrenders from their enemies. Siege tactics will also be implemented by surrounding a city, cutting off communication lines, and using spies and bomber planes to burn crop farms and steal from food storages, forcing targets to consider surrender or starve. Psychological warfare can also be implemented by using bomber planes and elytras to drop books offering payment in exchange for defection or sabotage. Just like Great Britain's illness manuals dropped in German lines teaching German troops how to get out of battle by faking illness. Mobs could also become a key part of a military strategy by unleashing hordes of zombies and supercharged creepers onto the enemy for diversion or to split up an army's forces. Wolves will become a valuable friend in combat as they fight along your side. Defensive strategies could include flooding the outside of your city with water to slow down an enemy advance, or pouring lava down the side of your walls. Pit traps and mines will be installed throughout a battlefield to make an assault even more deadly. Ambushes will be used to disrupt enemy lines and create mental exhaustion within enemy troops. These include hit-and-run strategies of lighting up horse stables and camps with TNT and flame bows from afar to create havoc, and underground spies that create deep holes in which oblivious soldiers will fall to their deaths in. Deception tactics like placing lines of armor stands with armor in various locations will trick enemy scouting groups into misreporting the true strength and structure of your army. In order to take out neighboring Sky Raiders, different factions will form coalitions of soldiers to ender pearl onto their bases and flush the raiders out.
Economic developments. Now, what is this all about?
In the beginning, builders were forced to architect buildings that favor survivability rates over everything else, optimizing agricultural fields, mob farms, and defensive structures. But as external threats began to diminish, a stronger emphasis was placed on the quality of life. Similar to the Renaissance in the 15th century, a focus on vanity and nostalgia for the previous world sparked a cultural demand for architectural structures and paintings like the Athenian Parthenon and Mona Lisa. In expansionist societies, statues were constructed in conquered territory as a symbol of status and power, and luxurious mansions for the wealthy are created as societies advance. Businesses sprout up in free societies where people try to make a better living for themselves, selling valuables like potions, ores, golden apples, and enchanted books. As the number of societies diminishes due to conflict, the remaining societies will be those that have conducted nether exploration and made developments in redstone. Most likely, the remaining civilizations will be that of the seasoned Minecraft veterans, a couple rogue factions, and large established governments that are too big to fail, like the US, China, Russia, Canada, and other countries from the previous world. Smaller countries will be forced to assimilate with other societies as they don't have enough manpower to compete with other factions. There will be unique problems affecting each society. For example, part of the dominance of the United States previously relied on their dollar being the standard form of currency. However, in Minecraft, it is too easy to recreate things like named paper for it to become a viable strategy. Older fashion standards like gold, diamonds, and netherite will become more widespread. More authoritarian governments will be faced with the problem of an increasingly unhappy population. As the rules in Minecraft allow for more freedom, civilians will no longer be content serving the state and will attempt to establish a better life for themselves. Additionally, certain businesses will prove to be more prosperous than others. While selling food has become less profitable, as it is now a rather common commodity, those who take the risk to venture into Nether will be able to sell goods at a much higher price, as less people take that risk. Soon, these economic differences will lead to the rise of inequality and create internal instability within many societies. Without a good grasp of systems like national defense, taxes, and government services, a society's elite could easily usurp power through hired forces and a monopoly on crucial resources. On an international scale, nations will begin forming relations with others through trade deals and vital military alliances. A country's worth will be measured by their soft and hard power, like innovations, economic prosperity, nuclear capability, and army size. We will see complex relationships like NATO versus the Warsaw Pact develop and increase tensions, just like in the real world. Nuclear capabilities will inevitably have less restraint as the permanent effects of radiation is no longer a deterrent. In addition, nuclear terrorism, in which bad actors get a hold of nuclear weapons, will be extremely likely, as sneaking and infiltrating a facility is a lot easier in Minecraft. In order to maintain safety, societies will need to implement thorough tripwire systems and guards to properly detect an intrusion. As nuclear war inevitably breaks out, large craters will dot the world, and millions of more people will be driven to underwater societies. When casualties begin reaching unparalleled levels, nations will call an emergency meeting for a truce, as they realize that the entirety of humanity's existence is at stake, with no known methods of repopulating the world. An organization similar to the United Nations will be born, as countries come together to agree on basic protocols and attempt to quell conflict. The usage of nukes will become forbidden by international standards, and many nations will come together in an attempt to rebuild from the destruction. Becoming stuck in Minecraft will become a poignant reminder of humanity's destructive capabilities. We will realize that even in a world filled with zombies, skeletons, and creepers, the true enemies were ourselves.
Yeah. Wow, what a sentence to end the video. Yeah, I mean, in the real world, there's a lot of destruction and hate and all that sort of stuff going on, pretty much on a daily basis, right? So, you know, this video did a really good job of not only telling us what would happen if all these things happen in Minecraft, but the fact that human nature is just a certain way where, like, it would happen, and this is what's happening in the real world, right? So yeah, it was very interesting to see his take on it and see what he thinks and all that sort of stuff. But with that being said, like I said, if you like this video, please like it, please subscribe. I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.